Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and one of the things that's very interesting that I wanted to talk about, we've just crossed, Microsoft giving a lot of details. So there was a Microsoft Ignite conference where they talked about all sorts of things and the future of Windows and so on. There was a earnings that was released and all the information to the press, stating that the Windows portion of their business was down, which probably goes with the fact that PC sales are down too. And one of the things that is kind of interesting here is no numbers. Microsoft proudly gave Windows 10 numbers. If you guys remember, we would have these regular Windows 10 numbers where we've reached 1 billion or we've reached 700 million, and the last number that was actually talked about for Windows 10 was 1.5 billion active machines. So we're actually in a interesting phase, because as Windows 11 is now a thing, we don't have numbers. They're not issuing any numbers. All we have is numbers from the different websites that will aggregate information about Windows usage, Steam for the gaming side. So we get all of these numbers. We kind of think that Windows 11 is probably somewhere around from 10 to 15% in market share probably. We don't know for sure an exact number, and we don't have any numbers of users. And what I find interesting in here is it makes me think that those numbers are not good enough for Microsoft to actually release. I have the impression that Windows 11 is not really getting out very fast. They had this wording in the first few months saying that, oh well, it's the fastest release of a Windows machine, Windows operating system ever, blah blah blah, which of course everybody doubts. It's easy to just say whatever, but we never had any numbers, and we even have less now. It seems almost as if they're super quiet about anything. And now that we start hearing those rumors of Windows 12, and it's like, okay, I guess maybe it's not going as well as they would like. For sure, one of the first things for that was the very high minimum requirements. Because you guys that do whatever you need to have Windows 11 on an unsupported machine, you're in reality a small percentage of users. Regular folks don't do that. Regular folks don't even know how to do that and what it means anyways. So, most regular people, regular users of Windows will, have their machine, they have Windows 10, and very few will actually have done a go to Windows 11 if you're on a supported machine. And if you're on an unsupported machine, well, you might have seen the message, but you don't really care because your Windows machine works and that's it. So, of course, the big chunk of new Windows 11 users will come from mostly new computers that are purchased. So this is interesting because we are really, really in a moment where Microsoft just says nothing. They don't really want to give us numbers. I think they're not happy with those numbers. And it's going to be interesting to see moving forward, what all of this is going to look like. And, will that be a version that the majority of people, if we do have a Windows 12 in 2024, will Windows 11 be one of those versions that a lot of people skip over and move on to something else? That's going to be interesting to see, but I think it's not going very well right now for Microsoft on Windows 11. So they're not saying anything. And usually when a company just says nothing, it doesn't look good. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.